Lyra is a brave, smart, and resourceful character, and from what we, as the readers, know, she's a bit of a troublemaker and gets herself into a lot of unnecessary danger that could have been easily avoided. That is consistent throughout the book, but it's her only flaw. So, is Lyra realistic? No, not really. She has emotions like regret and sadness, but it passes too fast, and she never seems to grieve. For example, when she watches her friend die in her arms, she's sad for a few minutes until Pantalaimon says something nice to her, and then all of a sudden she's fine. Also, for someone who's spent their entire life in the confinements of their own home, never venturing out past the surrounding town, Lyra is extremely brave. Too brave. Call it determination, but nobody could be that brave in the situations Lyra's put in, especially someone who's been sheltered their entire life. Everything else about Lyra is consistent, except for her name. Partway through the book, everyone starts calling her Lyra Silvertongue instead of Lyra Belacqua, and I was never really sure why. Exempt from those few things, Lyra is a really likable character who has great potential in the next books of the series. Having Lyra as brave as she is, though it's not realistic, I can understand why the author made her like that. The conflict is a man versus man conflict, but at some points things get really intense. Someone who does not have all the extra determination and bravery that Lyra has would not survive the obstacles she is faced with. They would either give up or cower from the fear of the antagonist. The antagonist is someone who Lyra thinks she can trust, but they end up trying to use Lyra as a pawn to get more of their dirty work done. When Lyra finds out about this, she has to escape and stop them, all while learning her purpose in the world and why she was given the Aethiometer. This adds a whole extra layer to the story, but is also the reason why the ending fell flat. All the mysteries that the book had been leading up to, everything that we knew to be true, was flipped on its head, and that made the ending surprising, but not in a good way. It was also very rushed, making it feel unrealistic. Everything happened so fast that it was confusing and hard to follow, which just took away from the realism and overall experience of reading it. Something I did like about the ending was that even though rushed and muddled, it still was an ending. It felt like the book came to a conclusion, but still had so much more to the story that we did not know yet, and that's perfect for setting up a sequel. So, the ending was not bad, but I think the author could have lengthened it as to not be so abrupt. In conclusion, Philip Pullman's The Golden Compass really is a great book with some great writing and attention to detail. Some parts were confusing or slow, and the ending was a bit rushed, but overall, I enjoyed it and I would recommend it to others. The storytelling was top-notch and the intentions were clear. If I were to rate this book, I would give it a 4.2 out of 5 stars for giving me something to look forward to reading each night. I hope you enjoyed this book review, and if you want, go check out The Golden Compass yourself. It really is a good read, and it's worth your time.